All right, ready? There you go.
What's going on, everybody? It's your guy Rag.
This is the exec JB, and you're tuned into
The PrezEx podcast at the PrezEx TV. Tune in.
Salute.
Welcome y'all to another episode of the Presidential Executive. What's going on? This is your homie right here, JB.
Yep.
This is my brother, and over here, El Presidente, Rag, and this is gonna be like this is an episode rundown, however you want to call it.
It's like a barbecue, man. We
Yeah.
just chilling, man. We got the plates. You know what I'm saying? Like your three uncles sitting up here talking cash money.
Yeah,
You know?
like at a barbershop, right?
Yeah. How everything been going?
Bro, everything going good, man. Before I get into that, y'all go ahead and like this video right now.
Y'all know what to do.
We're on all podcast platforms, y'all. We're wherever you stream podcasts, that's where we are. Rag, tell them where we at, man.
Man, we are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher.
Bet. But yeah, everything's going well, man. I told you, I think on the last one, my boy is in the Aiden Under Pitch All-Star.
Okay.
So we supposed to be going out of town this weekend coming up to Big Sandy, Tennessee. You know, it's a hick town.
I was gonna say, is that actually a real thing?
That is a big, yeah.
How many people stay there?
I looked it up. It's less than 6,000 people, I think.
Okay, so that's like where John Morant grew up at. Did you see the Lil Wayne interview? Do y'all know that boy?
I did. Yeah,
Do y'all know that boy? I don't know that boy.
Yeah. So it's
3,000 people.
Yeah.
Y'all say he ain't no gangster. Do y'all know that boy? I just
you talking
love
about
that
that?
soundbite when he was on All the Smoke.
All the Smoke. Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, I just kept watching it because he was like,
Yeah.
do y'all know that boy?
We can get into some other stuff
Yeah.
he said that I thought
Yeah.
was blasphemy that he
Yeah.
said. But
So you said Big Sandy.
Said 6,000. It's 483 people there.
Wow.
483.
483 people? That's not even a town.
Maybe I was looking up Paris, Tennessee. 'Cause
That's like a cul-de-sac.
That's where we gonna be staying. But Paris, Tennessee is not too far.
Yeah, Paris
Okay, so
So it's
Paris
only
might have
400?
6,000.
and 83.
Paris. Paris.
Big
Man,
Sandy.
you don't even have 483 people at your family reunion. Like, that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's,
I think I remember going to the AAU game there.
For real. It's only a baseball field there. That's where we'll be going to. But we going to be staying in Paris, Tennessee. And so I was trying to get away from, like, the hick town hotel, motel. You know, Paris, Tennessee is like an attraction, tourist attraction that people go to sometimes, stuff like that.
I mean, so how far is Paris?
Paris is about 15, 20 minutes away from Big Sandy.
No, I mean from here.
About
from
2.5
Memphis.
hours.
Paris? It's
About
about
2.5 hours.
2.5, 240,
Yep.
something like that.
It's not too far from Murray, Kentucky.
American,
Oh,
too. Yeah.
Oh, Murray's right.
Ironically, we talk about John
Right,
Morant.
right.
It's right up the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Murray State.
Yep.
And before we put it in, I don't know if you put the camera on him, but we got a little guest here that we're gonna be chopping it up with, man. Go ahead and tell them, Rag, who we got here, man, to chop it up with us, man.
This is one of the people, man. In my we talk about our fave five. This is one of my fave five. Man, no, he showed up with the truck on multiple occasions, whether it was to move some furniture or to move some people. You know, no, he done showed up and showed out like he plays no games. As Jada had a line where he said, "I keep more shooters than fighters." He is definitely one of those. Man, but man, the king of sports trivia. You know, Green Bay Packers fan, diehard anything Memphis fan. You know what I'm saying? Grizzlies, Tigers, football, basketball, baseball, soccer. You know what I'm saying? Like all Memphis, man.
Yeah,
South Memphis representative.
Yes, sir.
Does he know anything about tennis?
I don't.
A tad bit.
A little bit.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
We'll
No,
see.
But so like this is dude, like we'll be playing dominoes and he'll just bust out with sports trivia. You know what I'm saying? Man, he a husband and a father. I'll let you say how deep he is. I'll let him tell how deep he is. But in the military, I know he's a sergeant in the military, staff sergeant in the military. I want to say E7.
See,
E6.
almost.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Coming there, we getting
E6,
there.
staff sergeant in the military.
Okay.
But yeah, this is my homeboy. You met him, at my birthday gathering.
jaunt, yep.
But man, Arterian Gibson.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Parlaying with us.
What's going on, my guy?
Salute, my guy.
It's been a long time coming.
And he like MK. He watches. You know, if we say something blasphemous, he gonna let me know about it.
That's good.
That's
good.
So he puts other people onto it. So.
Yeah, for sure.
And every time we have a guest, he's like, "So man, y'all just ain't gonna mess with your boy like that, man. I ain't good enough. You ain't gonna invite me."
But yeah, man, we appreciate you coming through and doing that. I got a couple things. Obviously, I want to get a little bit about you, but then we're just gonna chop it up like Rag said about certain things. And I think one of the things is we had Zion Williamson
Oh man.
coming up. This past week I've been doing a lot of stuff going on with him, and I think clearly what happened in that situation is the obvious. We see a lot of that, going on.
He a whole T-Perry song right there.
Yeah,
I'm in love with it.
For real.
literally.
Yeah.
So, and actually, I posted. So I don't know if you saw. I put the "Don't Say It." I was in the gym listening to
The AI stuff is real.
the AI stuff, bro. Because I was listening to, I was just in the gym. The junk came on. The "Don't Say It" was John. You know what I mean? And so it made me think of Zion, like almost instantly when the junk came on. But given with this, and this is kind of hopefully we may go ahead and put this out this week before Father's Day.
Okay.
That's gonna be the goal. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
Because everybody in the room is a father.
yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I'm a wait on Crown for that. Also, we got Crown Vic in the building, y'all. I didn't even say that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't say that. We got,
Anytime we got Crown Vic in the building, it's a good show.
it's a beautiful.
Because again,
thing.
it's like we got John Lennon and Paul McCartney,
Yeah.
and we got Ringo in the building.
Ringo.
Oh, it's over with.
Cause we all play our position.
That's what I'm saying.
We all
he
play
keep
the
the pay. He keep the beat.
We all play our position. So, all right, but now with this Zion piece now, my thing is in connecting kind of with the father thing, like, I think he has a stepfather, you know what I mean? I believe in his life. I
want to say I think he's been around for most of his life.
Right. I think
Because even when he was in high school, they was always quoting his stepfather and saying that like he was a big part of.
Yeah,
his
I think that was one of the
development
reasons he thought he says Jordan was the GOAT because his stepfather
Right,
put him
right,
up on game
right.
and stuff like that. So, but with this is just another example of, like anybody can fall trap to this. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can fall trap to this. It's how you do it. In my opinion, is how you do it. Like, anybody you can grow up in church. You can grow up with a strong father, whatnot, and still succumb to the hoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Have you ever been in love with a stripper?
no,
Crown?
no,
Yep.
No sir.
yeah, it's just the stripper term. No, but
Love is a strong word.
love is a strong word.
I've strongly liked quite a few.
Yeah.
I might have a few I haven't deleted out my contacts yet because Google saved everything.
Lust alike.
No, like really like.
Okay.
Like Salt of the Earth, best people in the world.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like they can dance on you and then they'll go make you some waffles for breakfast. Like it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
One of them helped me do my taxes.
Taxes. Okay.
But now I'm just I strongly like now, not lust, not strongly like.
Okay.
But and the crazy thing is that some of them I had better relationships with than I did from actual women who worked at the bank or something.
As you should. Like that's to me, that's the beauty of though. I want to say.
You're not trying to.
I know, right?
Anybody.
Be like those type of women, but you know what I mean. Like they can be like the best type of homies because they can kind of relate in certain, you know what I'm saying, stuff as far as with men and stuff of that nature. But as far as with a porn star.
Yeah, that's something different, though.
Yeah, that's another level. I can get how you can be, infatuated. You got a lot of money. People talk about, Zion tricking or whatever, but he got it, though.
Yeah, no, it ain't. Yeah, because that's.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he got
$20,000 for him is like, that's like us giving somebody $20.
Yeah. So it's, people talking about, oh, you moved her down to, you tricking, but he got it, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He constantly getting, that type of income coming in monthly from his endorsements, contract and stuff of that nature. So
to even make it more plain, like Kevin Samuels, who we talked about, rest in peace, he was somebody who had it.
Yeah.
But like Zion had it over somebody who got it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga like Kevin Samuels was like, you're making $1 million a year.
Right.
Like you got it.
Right.
He got $20K.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like Zion, like
That's disposable.
that nigga getting $1 million off of endorsements and he ain't even playing.
Yeah.
She had a shoe deal for you. Got to the league.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and he came in with NILs. Like he was one of the first people that came in, so he got it.
Yeah. So that's my only thing with that. So now the higher I think conversation goes to, you don't save them. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like you Because the other girl he got pregnant, I believe, is a porn star as well, as far as from what I've been told. I don't know
and
that
he
for
did
sure.
the two things that you're not supposed to ever do. Number one, you got caught on the phone, and number two, you ate ass. And we got a homeboy. We ain't gonna say no names. What's the logo?
Yikes!
It's a whole logo. It's a whole logo.
Yeah.
But because she posted it.
Mariah Mills.
Yeah. And I don't even watch porn like that. But when I saw the name, I knew who that was. I was like, oh, okay.
I can't say that I did not know that name.
Yeah. We ain't even gonna touch that. I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, so I get it, but that's everybody's ass. It's two quotes in life, and you said one of them. But if you remember this, young men, remember this in life. Number one, you said it already. The great prophet, apostle, teacher, Patrick Houston said a long time ago, he told us not to save them because they don't want to be saved. I have a meme that I have saved on my phone. The greatest movie never made is called Don't Save Private Ryan. Starring Project Pat. And it's got like all the cast of Private Ryan with Project Pat in the middle. Don't save them because they don't want to be saved.
Yeah.
And the second thing is these hoes. His brother, the evangelist, Jordan Houston, he told us that these hoes are for everybody. So if you remember that, you won't go wrong in life. Yeah. And that's where Zion messed up.
Yeah. I want to talk. Go ahead, Gip. Tell us what you think about that, bro.
I don't know, man. I just
Real quick. I didn't want to get on here like gossip, tell like my opinions about how he dealing with certain situations, but just in general, you know what I'm saying? Like
the whole situation.
The whole situation. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think she got a line. Honestly, Mariah Mills is.
Mm-hmm.
How would you? See, I'm not one for exposing somebody. Like that's y'all business. They don't need to be on the internet. Yeah. I mean, I understand you quote unquote hurt. But no, you not hurt. Your feelings ain't hurt. Let's be real.
No, I'm you really hurt.
You feel like your pocket's gonna be hurt. That's what it really is about. Not at the same time.
Because you ain't finna make no more porn if you're pregnant for a while.
I don't know.
I mean, I hate to say it, it's
is that a thing?
For some
dudes.
dudes.
We was talking about the feet pics on OnlyFans.
Some people like pregnant women. You know that.
On OnlyFans.
This is kind of what I mean. We gonna get right back in this conversation, Rag. What I was saying, what you were saying, I get it. Golly, this man got firecrackers in his cup.
It's a good ice cube.
What was that?
No, that was ice cube. You know, I got the big circular ice cube, but it's split down the middle.
Yeah,
it's
split down. No, it's split in half. It's split in half.
You got some acid in your cup, dog.
Oh, he said Paul.
First of all, young Crown. First of all, Crown Victor.
The great man that you told about that Paul.
Crown Victory.
He did. Paul Mousson.
Right. No, that's that Orson Welles. Paul Mousson. No, yeah, nah, man, I don't like that's only when the pockets hurt. And I ain't been hurting that bad in a minute. Like, man, no, like E&J, Paul Mousson, Blue Top, if y'all can avoid them.
I ain't seen a Paul Mousson bottle in some years.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
because what's the truck that got robbed? Did y'all hear about the truck or the liquor store that got hit up?
Buster's.
Yeah, they said, but that's all they got though. They said all they stole was Blue Top and like the cheap stuff. They didn't get nothing good. They got Blue Top and wine.
Is that true?
That's what they said. Because we had a friend who we would talk about off camera. He was like, if somebody got some Crown Vanilla, he said, I'm not asking who did it, but if y'all got the Crown, and they was like,
hold on. So you telling me the liquor store that they bust into, the nice liquor store?
Right. All they got was Blue Top and wine.
That's wild.
Bro. They didn't get anything of that.
What y'all owe, man? Blue Top and wine.
But I mean, I guess if you in a hurry and you don't know where the stuff is and you're just grabbing. But you can't even sell Blue Top.
Come on, nobody. You can no.
Because like you can buy a fifth of Blue Top for like $9. Like that's like you can't even buy a pint of Hennessy for $9.
But my thing, it was a lot of them. It wasn't just like 2 of them.
It was cases. It was 10 of them.
Yeah, it was a lot of them.
It was 10 people.
So that equates to about $54.73. That's like a fifth of Remy.
That's terrible.
Like that's 10 cases equal 1/5 of Remy. Like I said, that's. Man, Blue Top, don't fool with that Blue Top.
I kind of lost my train of thought.
No, because we was talking about Mariah Mills and we was talking about the porn and the being set up and exposed and everything like that.
Oh, okay, what I was saying was that's what women
feelings hurt.
The feelings,
right?
Okay, because that's what women gonna do. Unfortunately, because when feelings get involved, when you know what I'm saying, she tried to You know what I'm saying? Throw them under the bus, talking about, oh, you did this to me. I let you spit in my mouth and stuff like that. It's unfortunate because this is what happens when you give some ladies the D. You know what I'm saying? When you have one of them lonely nights, sometimes or lonely weeks or whatever it is, and you just like, look, I got the money. I got disposable income. I like Mariah Mills. Let me hit her up. How? Not even to hit me up. Let me move her down to New Orleans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she can be my little junt after a game when I'm just feeling down. You know what I'm saying? So not only are you may catch an STD, but then also now your public image is going torn to pieces now because you didn't play it right. The women going into what you were saying, Gib, like as far as like telling and exposing. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of women do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the MO.
I mean,
when
these
their
niggas
feelings
be
get
paying
hurt
for the wrong women, man. Like I would pay for Megan Good. I would pay for Brisha Webb.
You think?
I would pay for Regina Hall and King.
Who is Brisha Webb?
What?
Brisha Webb.
Don't like that.
She is though.
Who is she?
B-list for sure.
That's okay.
Is she an actress?
There's no problem. I'm telling you.
She's B-list and she can see me to get this D. That's all that matters. Okay? But
I set you up for that.
you threw me a love. Hey, you gave me the Chris Paul. Hey, look, I was running. Look, I was running on the wing. I pointed up. He threw that shit. Hey,
but no, the Blake Griffin win.
Man, right. Blake Griffin back in 09. Yeah. I mean, no, not 09. 2013. But not like it's certain women. Yeah. Gail Bean from Snowfall, and also P Valley.
Also, let me go back to what I said off camera. Brisha Webb is your type. That's your type.
Okay,
the
but
body
so
type. That's the type. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, but hold up.
That's all I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
Hold up.
She like slender.
Okay, but hold up. What's my girl that play on P Valley name? Brandy. I
don't know. I don't watch P Valley. I don't know.
It's Brandy something. She ain't built like Brisha Webb. She's also my type.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You ain't never seen P Valley?
Nah, not for real.
Oh my God. You seen
I
P
promise
Valley.
I seen clips.
Yeah, the one from Memphis. The one that's from Memphis.
What's her name?
It's Brandy something. Brandy Evans.
I'm a Google, but
she's also my type.
Okay.
What do you pull up? That was my 10th grade English.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she's not built like Brisha Webb. Like I said.
Wow. Okay.
Exactly. That's also my type.
I see her face. I haven't seen. Okay, she's not slender like
Cash
that.
Doll is definitely also my type, and she's not built like Brisha Webb.
Like her
a lot.
Right, but
I would trick off.
But it's a difference between type and like.
I like type. Yes, I like to type. I would be typing on that. Like this. What are we talking about?
This bad. Okay.
You know who's not my type? Veronique off Snowfall. It's not my type. Even though she's not an unattractive. I'm just saying it's just some. I don't know if it's the character she played or whatever. Like I don't know. But I was just naming some people that I could see somebody paying for or tricking off for.
That's funny. I don't know. I grew up in
Queen Latifah in the movie that she played with Common. Just right.
Yeah.
I would pay like that Queen Latifah. Oh yeah.
Stop it. Whoa.
It's Just Right. I liked her more than I did Paula Patton.
What?
In that movie?
What?
Yes.
He drinking, dog. I don't know about that rag.
Like I said, y'all trying to don't lump me in with y'all
just
because y'all like
bro.
one type. I don't.
No.
You know what?
My God, Shay.
Look, I'm thinking we're talking about two different things. Now I'm talking about your type and you talking
Big
about
Daddy Kane in '88.
you talking about who can get it.
Raw. RAW. Huh?
Oh no.
No. Now you're doing so much. Let's just stop.
Typing like a different. Typing like.
But any of the women from Set It Off, and they all look different.
Right, but to me you're saying okay they can get it.
No, but I would like that Vivica, yes. That Jada, yes. That Kimberly Elise, TT. Before she got shot by the police officer? Come on, man.
I'm just saying, like, if Vic got a type, right? But there's other women.
So not Lathan and out of time.
But there's other women that can get it. That don't necessarily mean that that's his type. That just means that they look good. You know what I'm saying? Let's go out. Yeah, Megan Good your type. Brisha Webb is your
Megan Thee
type.
Stallion is my type.
No, she not.
No,
Yes,
she
she
ain't
is.
your type.
She not.
Yes, she
But
is.
she can get it though.
She is my type.
This nigga here, man.
Then Mariah Mills your type.
If she wasn't in those movies, she would be my type. Unfortunately, she got a large filmography that I can't deny.
Yeah,
A very extensive filmography. I Googled her. And by Google, I mean I went to the site to where you can see how many videos they got.
you went to Pornhub,
And she
right?
got a lot. No, xnxx.com. But it's a lot. And you know that ain't even my thing. But you know, when we do the research, I got to know what we talking
You
about.
gotta be detailed.
I got to know who these people are.
Yeah.
And I saw the name. I was like, wait, is that the same?
Now when
And
you
I went and I was like, oh, she got a lot.
yeah, she been in the game for about
She definitely taught him everything he knows.
I'm trying to see, like, I'm sorry, I got that much money. I'm not going after no damn porn star or stripper. But then
Man,
again,
Zion could have got any of the women that play on the Power Show.
But no, but look, you got to think about this.
They like
too.
the same age.
But you got to
he
think
sure
about
young.
this too. Like
He could have been with Effie.
when you have a desire or lust for something like that, if you got to, you might want that. Like I wouldn't want a A-list actress or something like that, knowing that I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a freaky porn star, like. You a hoe anyway. I can
He's the exit.
I can do whatever I need to do
Yeah.
with you, and you can't kiss and tell because your telling already on all these videos. So I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, but let's say if you went to go get Megan Good and you paid her, like, dang, now everybody gonna know. And it's, I mean, to me, it's a different mindset.
But everybody already knows. Since season 1. Even before then, if you go back to old recordings I got, like, everybody knows. I've been on Megan Good since Eve Bayou. Since she was the little girl out of big worm truck with the hair turned back, was talking about,
But
I
you
can't
you
stand him.
you Chloe Bailey was it Chloe Bailey?
No, I ain't gonna lie. Like Chloe Bailey, that's still like that's she like right at the clips of
I don't
like
see it with
the
her,
age
though.
range. But like I ain't gonna lie.
She alright though. She alright.
Hey.
Though. She cool though. And
What it was for me was when everybody was doing the Busted Challenge, and she did the Busted Challenge, and like, cause I didn't even know who she was until, but that went viral.
Dang, that was minutes.
And so
Okay.
like exactly, and I'm like, who was this chick? And she had the bonnet on or whatever, and then it's like, it had the Nelly clip. Oh, I think my butt get big, and she dropped down, and I was like, Strokes beard. Who is this? Who is this person?
You like the post?
I did. I liked it. I think I sent like the fire emoji, in the comment.
I think Jay Sanders like that, Joe, too.
You know what I'm saying? And he's my consigliere. You know what I'm saying? Like I asked him for advice.
Yeah.
He steers me down the paths of righteousness and unrighteousness. And so
Yeah. That's our guy.
So it was okay. Hit the like button, but like I didn't know who she. And then they was like, oh, she plays on Blackish. Not Blackish. What's the one? Where they in college? I think it's Grownish.
Grownish.
Yeah, she's one of the cat. And then I was like, oh, that's the same girl. Like I didn't even recognize
I didn't know
that.
she was on Grownish?
Yeah, because when the girl goes to college, she's one of her roommates, I think, or classmates.
Okay.
That's what blew her up, right? Playing
Right,
Grownish,
right.
Yeah.
But then she was also in what's that movie with like years ago with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Beyonce, The Fighting Temptations. I think they was her and her sister were in that.
Yeah, they okay. Yeah.
And so, but like, and again, I'm not checking for you know what I'm saying. Like,
they were real young then.
yeah, we in college at that point.
Right.
I'm not checking for no kid. Yeah. But yeah, she that like I said, it was a busted video for me that did that.
So given with the porns, like I'm saying, like this is just for me. Y'all may have different opinions, but I'm with you. Like I can also think of different ways to use my money rather than a porn star. But if I just want to kind of get down and get dirty, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And then plus it's just easy pickings too.
Yeah.
If you go for an A-list or a B-list actress, you might have to go through some hoops. You might have to pop up on them, take them out to dinner, you know what I'm saying, do something like this. But with, you know what I'm saying, Mills, it's probably just a DM. You know what I'm saying, how many zeros?
Yeah.
And here's your flight information.
A business transaction at this point.
I mean, but see, if you're dealing with, and because even with like, look at Ime Udoka, right? Nobody remembers that he used to play in the NBA. Like I did, like because I watched basketball, and when I saw the name, I'm like, he coaching now? Like, dang, he used to be on the
Spurs,
but the regular people who just casual fans, it's just like, oh, this is just some African dude. Like they think that he really came over from a plane from Nigeria. No, like this nigga played college ball, and he actually played in the NBA. Like he was a backup, but he actually was in the NBA.
Yeah.
But like Nia Long never bust him out about any of that stuff, and we talked about this on the episode. And I think even Crown said, like, I think that she was aware, like he's Nigerian. Like I know some Nigerians and they get down like that. Like they about that.
Yeah.
My body produces 1 billion sperm every day. I got to be out here living my life. I'm gonna take care of you, and anything you got. He was helping raise her son like it was his son.
Yeah.
And she was okay with that because again, you got this big 6'11", 6'10" African. You know what I'm saying? He probably got that grade A African cedar down there. You know what I'm saying? Planting trees down there.
This man says cedar.
You know what I'm saying? And so she okay with that because he got the money. He taking care of her, and his, son got a father figure and everything like that. As long as it don't come across our front door, we good. But even afterwards, she never attacked him. She was attacking the NBA. She was attacking the Celtics organization. That's what you get when you dealing with an A-list.
I think she handled that classy.
When you dealing with an A-list, though.
Yeah,
because what's the weight? Well, Sandra Bullock. Remember, she was married to the dude that did the tattoos. The Jesse James dude. And she never dragged him through the mud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The one white chick that dragged somebody through the mud, and then she lost with Johnny Depp's wife. And then we find out she boo-booed in the bed and left it to film. Like, when you deal with a certain type of woman that knows how to deal with the celebrity, right?
Yeah.
Like, even Tom Cruise, all of his ex-wives, like, they didn't drag him. Nicole Kidman, Katie Holmes,
it probably made a
Penelope Cruz, none of them dragged him.
Well, that they were engaged. Weren't they engaged, right? They was engaged, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
I think that was a big kicker with that too.
You dealing with these people know how to deal with that scrutiny. The cameras all in your face. I don't want people all in my business.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston didn't drag Brad Pitt, and they was married. She didn't drag him, even though everybody knew, like, yeah, he probably was cheating with Angelina Jolie. She didn't drag him. And I mean, like, and like, so we got examples of black people. Like, I didn't know that Nip had cheated on Lauren because she hadn't done too much as far as I know with other people. But it's certain things where she talked about, like, oh, yeah, he stepped out and I had to let him know. Like, we didn't know this while he was alive because she didn't drag him. Because he dealing with an A-lister. She know how to deal with all that scrutiny or whatever. She didn't drag him.
Is she an A-lister?
Well, I mean, okay, she's an A- lister.
No, she ain't no A-lister.
She's an A- lister. Because I wouldn't quite say B, because like I said, Lauren London. When I said Brisha Webb, everybody was like, who is Brisha Webb?
To us,
everybody knows
like
who Lauren London is.
In the black community.
Yeah, she's not an A-list, in my opinion. I don't see she's an A-lister because how she looks, not because of her movies.
Okay, no, this is what when I say A-lister. So think about this. We've all been to school, right? So to get an A, that's what, between like a 93, 92.
When we was in school, yeah.
Yeah, well, now it's like a 90 to a 100.
100, yeah.
And so what I'm saying is tiers of A-lister. So you got your A pluses, which is like a Beyonce is, she's 100 and the bonus points. She's somebody with a 4.5 GPA.
You talking about acting?
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying period, because Beyonce would be considered an A-list celebrity. Then you got like an older person. Angela Bassett would be considered an A-list celebrity.
Yeah. I mentioned so far.
Rihanna would be considered an A-list celebrity.
Okay.
Viola Davis would be considered an A-list celebrity.
Correct.
What's my girl that played in Black Panther and 12 Years a Slave? Napita Nyong'o, the African chick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she would be considered an A-list celebrity. She would, not on the, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's tiers to it. She's not on the, she don't have a beehive, but she's when you see her in a movie, you know who that is. She gets cast in a lot of movies. Then you got somebody like a Lauren London who, you know who she is, even though I'm not necessarily coming to see the movie because of her, but I recognize who she is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Nia Long to me would be considered an A-list celebrity, even though to me, she's not on the same. No, period. Like, white people know who Nia Long is. But I wouldn't put her on the same level as Angela Bassett.
White people
or
don't
Beyonce
know.
or Viola Davis.
White people don't
But
know who
they
Nia
know
Long
who Nia
is.
Long is.
Bruh, I work with my
Man,
Caucasian-
and all these white
my
people think they
Caucasian-
down because they seen Friday. They know who Debbie Jogging
I know
is.
you about
Hey,
to
look,
say
and
that.
They know who Debbie is.
I'm not playing. Like I was having a conversation. We were talking about different shows. They'll see. They like.
And they seen Boiler Room
Yeah, but I was saying I was watching
with
All
Vin
American,
Diesel and Giovanna Ribisi,
and
and
I
Nia
brought
Long
up-
was in there.
I brought up Tay Diggs, and they were like, "Who?"
They know him when they see him.
Yeah, when they said
Because he was in the show, the spinoff of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
He
they
was like
don't-
one of the main characters in that. They know who he is.
They
They
know-
don't be knowing our names because we all look alike, but they know who we are.
They known to us like that, but they ain't like when you put them out in the general public. Like Lauren London is like BC list
No.
in general. Like talking about
I'm
with us
saying,
though.
no, you say with us. What I'm saying is like, you might say that, where would you rank Terry Crews at?
A-list by far.
But to the black community or in general?
In general.
in general, yeah, in general. Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say, because he's about to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Everybody
So like
know
when
Terry
you're on,
Crews is.
no,
Yeah,
but
Terry
what I'm
Crews,
saying
yeah.
is when you're there, it don't matter necessarily your popularity at the moment. It's some people who are irrelevant at the moment. LL Cool J is irrelevant in music at the moment, but you can't deny that when you
A-list.
talk about
He's A-list dude.
in music, because he was the GOAT at one point before he fell off. Now, ain't nobody checking for him now, but like when you go back and look at his body of work, Jay-Z, Nas, J. Cole, Kendrick, 21 Savage, Drake,
but now you
they're
talking about
standing on
music.
his show.
You
No,
were just talking about in general. 'Cause I asked you
no.
Beyonce.
What
I
what
said
I'm saying
acting,
is,
or
no,
you
what
said
I'm
music?
saying
You
is,
said in
no,
general.
it's
LL is in
A-list
general.
celebrity for whatever your
Celebrity,
celebrity
right.
is.
Whatever it is, yeah.
A-list celebrity is not based off what your genre or because Elvis wasn't an A-list actor, but he was an A-list celebrity.
Right. So LL would be A-list. I'm with you on
Celebrity,
that.
right? Not for music right now, but just in
Just in
general.
general, yeah.
His catalog.
Right.
So what I'm saying is that like when you're on when I say your name, because again, most of us even now, Lauren London has been in the game. She was in the You People movie, but most of us, when you say Lauren London, we all think about ATL.
ATL.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
And that's us though.
Right, but what I'm saying is she's been in a bunch of other stuff. But when we say Lauren London, and whether that's because of her association with Nipsey, because think about it, Kim Kardashian, what has she done individually that we can say, oh, that's Kim K? We know Kim Kardashian because of her association. Whether it's Ray J or Kanye or Reggie or like whoever she was with or Chris Humphrey. Like whoever she was with, we don't know Kim K because, oh, you know what, she did some really compelling work. No, it's because of her association, but she's A-list. Paris Hilton, because she was her best friend.
Yeah, all these
So
people A-list.
when we say Lauren may have gotten a boost because of her association with
She
Nipsey.
definitely ain't no A-list though.
I'm just saying,
With the
like,
younger-
we
with the younger
know
folks, I
who-
can see that.
Yeah, she's cultural, like for us. Like Omar, what is Omar Epps?
A-list.
No.
For
Come on,
us,
man.
No.
he's A-list. For us,
Oh my.
yeah, but yeah, Omar like B minus. He may be teetering on a C. That's my
The
question.
fact that he's still working and relevant.
Makai, now you think Makai
That both of them played in ER. Like, what are you
Makai
talking
Pfeiffer
about?
is more known than
That was
Omar
like the
Epps.
biggest show on television. Like, and you're the main character. Like, you're the main black doctor at the hospital of this show that's pulling in a 14.5 on the Nielsen ratings. Like, what are you talking about?
Now for us on the black show, what we doing, we can say, hey, but when I'm thinking of A-list, I'm thinking of just generalized. I'm thinking we can go up to a random white person or
And
somebody else.
even in
and be
America
like,
right
do
now,
you know
in
this
the world, they are the minority.
person?
White folks in the world. When we talk about America, America's a small piece of a big pie.
Okay.
They make up 37% of the world's population. So you're in the minority. So what I'm saying is that when I go to places like India and Africa and China, who have way bigger populations, you know, China bootleg way more movies than anybody. If it's been bootlegged, they bootlegged it. What I'm saying is, so you're looking at 37% in the world. So yeah, they may be 70-something% in America, but when you look at the world, that only makes up about 14%. Maybe less of the world's Caucasian population. So true enough, what I'm saying is
gotta put
we're
a color
looking
on
at the small piece of just like, oh, in Memphis, oh man, Jay-Z ain't hot because niggas in Memphis don't like him. But then when you go across the rest of the United States, that's fucking Hove. And that's all I'm saying. We're looking at like, oh, well, white people in America, it's just like Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes wasn't making movies over here, but globally, like this nigga's known around the world because all his stuff, he was shooting overseas and all these other places. He was a bigger star globally than he was in the United States. And that's all I'm saying. You don't necessarily have to be A-list over here per se to be considered A-list.
Lauren London ain't no A-list. I'm sorry. Omar Epps. Okay. What? Who I'm thinking? Think of somebody else I'm thinking about.
Mekhi Phifer.
What? Like Jordan Peele is an A-list. Jordan Peele, like he's like.
And he's been in less work than all of them, but yes.
But
But I would consider him. I would
known,
consider him an A-list because of his movies and what he grosses.
Correct.
And his when you say his name,
Yeah.
and that's all I'm saying. To when I say A-list,
What's making
because
good?
you gotta look at what they do. You said who?
What's making good?
Man, good A-list. So what? No, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying because it's case in point. Like we had our girl on here, Queen Tay-C. She's an actress. Mm-hmm. So how come when you do something and you know this, even me with the music, like anybody who heard me record, Crown Vic can attest. Mm-hmm. He can attest because he done been in the studio when I've been recording stuff. Yep. You can attest. You managed me at one point.
Great A quality.
But what I'm saying is people don't know though.
Right.
But now somebody else who ain't, you throw a beat on right now, and I done been in the studio with people who got major recording deals, and they can't hold a candle to me. Mm-hmm. But when they make a phone call and say, oh, this is little such and such, or this big such and such, or this young such and such, they get in the room. Mm-hmm. They can get in the room. That's what separates the A-list from everybody else. And that's all I'm saying. The fact that when you look at a Megan Good and she got over 100 film credits, it is what it is.
We gotta look at the credits though.
I'm just saying.
I mean the credits.
I'm just
like,
saying.
You know
I'm just saying
like,
when you look at it, the fact that I'm constantly
Boys,
every year I'm in something that's grossing, that's outweighing the budget of the movie $30 million. We make $70 million, which means not only did I break even, I made a profit. Everything I'm in, I'm always every year. I got a new project every year. And we ain't talking about straight to DVD stuff. Like, it's theater stuff. It's TV shows where you're on the cast that's in syndication.
How do we get on this topic?
I don't know.
No, because y'all talking about we was talking about when you get to a certain level of celebrity.
Yeah.
And then who you choose to trick off on. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I stay on point even when y'all think I ain't on point. I know where we was at now.
Uh-huh.
I know where we going, even though we might have stopped at a gas station and got some hot chips,
couple detours.
slushies,
Yeah, we went
stopped
down
at
a
the Waffle
rabbit
House. You know what I'm saying? Tripped with the waitresses. I still know where we going. We were talking about when you're at a certain level of celebrity, is it wise to trick off on people who are not at a certain level? And when you're dealing with somebody who's at a certain level of celebrity, they know how to deal with the scrutiny and the politics of your position. And so you're not getting dragged. When y'all break up, it's a quiet. I mean, like, think about it. Even like with Tom Brady. Like, yeah, we knew they was going through something.
Yeah.
But whatever they was dealing with, if he cheated, if she cheated, we don't know because Giselle didn't say shit. But again, Tom never said nothing about what she was doing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just an amicable
split.
They were married.
Yeah.
Now
that's all I'm saying.
I wanna get into
like when David Justice and Halle Berry was together. We don't know exactly what happened. We just know that he wasn't with Halle Berry no more, and that gave me a chance at my young age. I realized I had a shot, even though I didn't. But I thought I did in my mind.
Let's do a crossover now. I want to get on my guy over here and really ask him about. 'Cause I want to tie into the whole father thing, man. Just tell us a little bit about yourself before we kind of run out of time here. But just tell us about yourself. You being a father, all your journey, military, whatever like that, that you're willing to share. Yeah.
Yeah. So, born and raised in South Memphis. Well, yes, the first 3 years of my life we lived in Midtown off Montgomery, right across from where Macy is now.
Okay.
Then after that, from like 17 years after that, we moved to South Memphis on Wellington. right up from LaRose and BTW.
Yeah.
What's now Ida B. Wells, but used to be Lauderdale back in the day. Man, joined the military back in 06. Been in ever since then. I'm a recruiter now. Became a father at the age of 27. Yep, because my oldest son is 8 now.
How old are you now?
I'm 35.
Okay.
Yep. So became a father. I guess it's considered still young, but
Yeah.
not as young as some people start.
Sure.
But yeah, man, it's fatherhood. Like I tell people all the time, man. My kids saved my life. So I say that because we got back from Afghanistan. I was just doing dumb crap. I don't know, for some reason, like I felt invincible. But as soon as I found out I had a son on the way, like all that changed. Like I know I was getting in trouble a lot. Like I said, doing dumb crap, the small, stupid things. And I don't know, I found out I had the little one on the way, and it just changed my whole perception of everything. So
now, how did you think? Let's say before you had a kid, like I don't want to. You don't got to get into detail and nothing like that. If you don't want to, but like, what was your mentality like prior to that time?
As far as
like you saying, because you saying when you had a child, kind of your mentality, took a change. Like I got somebody on the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my act together, so to speak. But like before that, like what were you into? Like
I was looking to just get into fights like for no reason. And that's not even my character, but I just got back from Afghanistan. I just felt untouchable. I don't know why. Maybe because I just came from a freaking quote unquote war zone. Shit, Memphis won Memphis.
You and Randy and Steve out at the club trying to fight people.
Yeah, but I'm just looking to pick fights for no reason. Like I don't know what it was. Yeah. But I can't even speak to it honestly because I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't buy that.
I don't know. Like, even my mama says.
Have a look on his face.
Yeah.
True. That's definitely true.
You know what? Yeah. Hold on. So we got a picture of us. We was out of town. It's a whole meme.
Oh man, yeah.
It's a whole meme. It's him. I ain't gonna say where we was at, but it's like everybody doing their own thing. He's standing off in the corner. And he's just like, and he wasn't beefing, but like if you saw his face, like it could be 100 different things. It's like I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like don't say nothing to me.
I was ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. I got to use a bathroom. Like that look you could have posted that for a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, you could have made that whole give how you pronounce the word. Yep. Yeah, man. I don't know. Fatherhood is definitely because growing up, like, my dad was in and out of our lives. So, and I made 2 promises to myself. I said, number 1, I would never treat a woman how I saw my mama being treated growing up. And 2 was no matter what, if I ever had kids, no matter what me and the kids' mom had going on, I would never abandon them. So I always try to keep those 2 promises. I've kept those 2 promises so far. So I don't know. Fatherhood that's the best thing going.
How many kids you got?
I only have 2 boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Ain't no only. I got 4, so
yeah.
I'm finna have 9, so y'all talking about that.
Oh snap!
9.
I know, right?
That's what I'm saying. I go from 3 to 9, like it is what it is.
You a rabbit?
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, I mean I'm just saying it. I'm taking in like it's,
yeah.
Brady bunching, but
Blended family.
Hey man, I don't care.
No, yeah.
I'm built for that.
No, what I was about to say. But yeah, man, fatherhood is the most beautiful, most stressful thing you could ever go through in life.
Facts.
I tell all them, like, y'all failed me. Right. What you talking about? Like, why didn't y'all tell me how stressful this was?
Yeah.
Or just,
and also, you're married too, right?
Yes.
You're married too.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
So you live with your kids, and you're married too.
To their mother. Yep.
To the mother.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. So
I just want the context.
Yeah,
with
for
it,
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's something I don't take for granted as well. Being able to see my kids every day, unless it's like work related, and I have to leave extra early,
right?
And I get back late. But other than that, I get to see them every day, and that's something I know a lot of men don't get to go through and experience because of the bitter baby mama, or just because some of them deadbeats. But I don't take that for granted at all.
Yeah, that's something with that because I actually about the married part because I'm Rag over here, he as the present time is not, living with his children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that just came. So, tell us about how, what I'm saying, the dynamic is with, you being a husband and a father, and what I'm saying, how you weave in and out of those type of roles.
Yeah, so I try my best not to stretch myself too thin, if that makes sense. I try to give my wife her time, or our time, her time especially, because the sacrifices that she's made for us, you can't repay that. So I try to give her time along and whatnot. I don't know, like I don't know. Can you really weave out of in and out? Like,
I mean, that's the goal.
I mean, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I've been married 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a process. Like, I mean, for me, somebody can tell me different, but I think you have to weave in and out of them different roles because they're different entities.
Yeah, for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
I shouldn't treat my wife like she's my child and vice versa. Like,
True.
I've been guilty of that in the beginning of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, you have to weave in and out of roles in order, in my opinion, to allow it to work.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Now it look different for everybody else. Different. 'Cause I'm assuming does your wife work?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's that's a whole different thing too, as far as traditional roles may be different because both of y'all work full time.
Right.
It's not the kitchen clean.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
like you may have to, do certain things that you don't think, quote unquote, a man should do.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had these discussions recently, actually. But, with this 50-50 culture.
Talk about it. I'm gonna see what you say. What you
He
think
Wade
about
and
that?
Gabrielle.
I don't know, man.
You
I
believe in that?
honestly don't have an opinion on it because
Okay.
that's not my relationship.
Okay.
I know what I do at my house. I know what my wife does at the house. And I don't see why people get bent out of shape from other people's relationships. It's not yours. Stay out of these folks' business. Now, on the flip side, people put their business out on social media too much as it is. So I don't know if I have an opinion on 50-50 culture, but these women, they're talking about the dude need to do all the work and pay the bills and like take care of them like that girl. It's a video going around on Instagram now. The girl said, "You the man, you need to make 7 figures to buy me what I want." Like, I don't call women out their name, but
Bitch, no.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like something y'all said. So like, this will help y'all out because this I didn't realize this growing up. But so like my favorite superhero, and y'all you probably remember me saying this. I used to call him my nigga Batman, right?
Yes, sir.
Like Paco calls me Batman. Like he's like, man, because you be maneuvering like people don't see what you doing. Like you a whole like I'm not even gonna lie. Like when I was teaching, nobody knew. My whole private life, like I was professional. Oh, I'm all about the kid. Private life, man, aunties, sisters, like whoever. Come on.
Yeah.
But what I realized is that like Iron Man, him and Batman parallel each other. They're both billionaires. They're both playboys. They're both geniuses. They're both philanthropists. But the difference is Iron Man got to a point where when he did that press conference and he told everybody, you know what? I am Iron Man. So it's no divide. I don't have to split who I am up. I am the soldier and the dad and the husband and the homeboy and the South Memphis representative and the professional and the investor. You're all of that. You try to break them up, you're going to throw yourself out of whack. You are the minister. You are the tennis coach. You are the dad. You are the husband. You are the former hustler. You are the former playboy. You are the former GQ guy. That's all you.
I'm trying to get the GQ.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get it back. Nigga, you stop wearing them dad sweaters, nigga. Get it back.
Get it back.
You see what I'm saying? But like, because you try to separate it, you're never going to be able to satisfy all of them.
yeah.
And so something is going to fall short. So now you're super dad, but then God looking at you like, you supposed to be doing this. But now if you get too far over there, you ain't at the game when your son got a game. You missing the stuff the wifey got.
Yeah.
If you get too far husband stuff, it's like you and the wifey good, but you neglecting the kids or you neglecting your ministry. Like, so no, embrace all of that.
For sure.
All of that's me. So it's gonna be some times where you got to be studying the scripture so you can be getting your preacher man on, because God calls you to do that. And guess what? He ain't called you to do that when you're 60.
Right.
Because at that point you ain't got the energy you got right now.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's the myth of, oh, I got to be all about. No, he told us to do that while we doing this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to figure out, and sometimes we got to seek, how can I balance it out? Because scripture says we're supposed to do everything decently and in order. Not necessarily balance in order. You can't balance work and home. Because your job, times y'all hit me up or I hit y'all up, y'all still at work.
Man, look.
You been at work 15 hours.
Yeah.
It's only 24 in a day. That's already half the day. You can't give your wife the other half. You can't give your kids the other half. You can't sleep 8.
Right.
Because really, if you break it up, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours with family, 8 hours of work. But
Yeah,
that don't, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't about balance. It's about order.
Yeah, it's about order.
So if it's order, you may only give your wife 4 hours. But that 4 hours, if it's in the right order, you giving her everything that she needs.
Yeah.
You may only give your kids 3, but you give them, like you was at the game, you read them a bedtime story, y'all ate dinner together. But you gave, so in their mind, they like, I looked up, when I hit that home run, I saw my dad cheering with his wife beater on and his, you know what I'm saying, belly hanging out. You know what I'm saying? He read me a bedtime story. I remember we went to McDonald's and we was eating a hamburger together. And that was the day.
Yeah.
But to them, you super nigga. Your wife, you woke up in the morning, you made her her coffee in the morning. When she got home from work, you massaged her shoulders. And when she was in the bed, she turned that leg over and you gave her that good.
That's nice.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's all it was. But it's order. You see what I'm saying? But if you try to put too much pressure on one thing, you may not get all the things, and then you fall short in all the things. And I know me and my oldest, we was talking about this yesterday. I've fallen short in that because I was trying to do everything, and I can't do everything.
Can't do anything.
You see what I'm saying? But like now she's at a point where she's now asking me questions about certain stuff, like why didn't this happen? So I tell her, now if you want to know, I'll tell you. And I'm gonna tell on myself. I'm gonna tell on where I fell out. But where I didn't fall short, I'm not finna own where I didn't make a mistake at.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so like that's the part y'all gotta find that order, in that, because that is where, I don't want to say the bliss comes in, or contentment may be the wrong word, but like that's where you kind of get at peace, where it's like if I'm doing everything decently and in order, it's because some days you may give your wife 4 hours and she coming rubbing your feet, you know what I'm saying, wake you up with that morning sloppy toppy and the breakfast in bed.
Right here.
You know what I'm saying? Some days your kids, you ain't even got to tell them. They like, Daddy, I cleaned my room up.
What world he living in, Vic?
I'm just saying. I said
What world
some
he living
days.
in, Vic?
Especially that last one.
Shay,
What
I don't know
world
what
he
y'all be
living
doing.
in?
that don't happen, man.
To who?
That don't
Dog.
Oh, okay.
Nobody made
Oh my
You
God,
waking up slap tap man. Your wife.
man! Look, but
That's because I wait. But see, that's because I always got something to prove, though.
but
Y'all get to the point where y'all like, okay, y'all finna get 2 pumps in the swivel and be glad I gave you that. Like every day you gonna know. You gonna know.
I hear exactly what you're saying, but also I want
Because I got women texting me right
I
now.
put
They
on
engaged and texting me like, my nigga couldn't get it up. I know I wouldn't have that problem with you. Sound like a personal problem.
all I gotta say is
I got something to
going
prove every day.
into season 4, I think we will have a different rag, and he'll have a couple different perspectives
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
that he probably won't admit.
No, you know what? No,
He ain't gonna admit it.
No. I'm
You know
open.
what I'm saying? But
I'm
but,
open.
But I also want to say within this, like, I get what you're saying, and I get you, but also like the communication piece, like you gotta have the order, but then it also gotta be like some days, if I'm doing certain things, be like, hey, I won't have time to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? This is how I'm feeling. Like I'm tired.
Yeah.
I got other stuff to be doing. Like so, I've learned if I don't communicate that, and I just assume she hear me, I think like you see, right?
Yeah.
You see, I've been out here like, but if I don't communicate that, it'd be like, look, man, it seems unnecessary for me to say it because I think you see it, But then on the flip side, be like, I don't want to be a mind reader for her. Like, just tell me how you're feeling, because it'd be the same way for her. It's just like, you see me doing this, okay, but I got my own stuff going too. So if you don't communicate, I'm not gonna know. And so to me, if I communicate, like, look, I got to coach EJ Gang, I got to take him out of town to do this and do that. I'm not gonna have time to, do X, Y, and Z. Now, this is what I would like to do. So when we do get time to do this, this is what I would like to do. So, you got to be in order, but then it also has to be, some communication in that from both parties to not assume, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, so I'm assuming you see this.
Right. You're supposed to know what I'm doing.
Right.
You're supposed to
So I'm assuming, so since you know I'm doing this, so now this is when I'm expected back without communicating.
No, facts. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's real talk. Yeah.
So that's the marriage part.
Yeah, for sure.
That I know you're in. How long you been married?
It'll be 3 years in September, but
it don't.
No, go back and let them.
Yeah, but we've been rocking off and on since high school. So
okay.
And we finally made it official in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all deep within it. Y'all just.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say because that one picture that I saw when I was telling you, I was like, man, you look young as hell in that picture.
Which one was that?
That John, y'all was downtown.
Oh,
when you had on the white T-shirt, you was flexing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, both of y'all look young as hell. I was like, man, that was like 08 or something like that.
That was 13. That was,
it 13?
Yeah, I had just got back from Afghanistan.
Oh, right.
That's when I was in shape.
Yeah.
Not A shape, but in shape.
Yeah. no, man, that joke was cut. I was like, man, hey, he was cut up like Rick Rude.
I was 25 and she was 23 at the time. I remember it was on Beale Street. I know exactly what that picture you talking about. What is in the living room?
What did you have on a do-rag?
Oh,
shit. Was a head or a do-rag? You had something on your head.
I ain't had nothing on my head.
Them was not just waves. Them was not
unless we talking about two different pictures.
You saw something else, didn't you?
Yeah. No.
But, I mean, like, not like.
That communication.
So, you right? But see, so, like, where we're at now, and we have these conversations now, and that's what I was talking about the other episode, about the understanding. Like, we're in a place of, even when we had decided, because we went through a period, like, where it's just like, and we joke about it now, because it's like, oh, yeah, back when we was the ops, because it's like, oh, I'm like, no, you treated me like the op, like, that's what we was both on, but it's because we weren't understanding, but it was always, as it pertains to our children, it was always, anytime she did something, like with the shots and stuff, the vaccines and stuff, she called me, what do you want me to do as it pertains to that? We was always on the same page.
Yeah, it's good.
And so I'm like, you already know, like, we ain't taking that cookie pack.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, okay, well, I was just checking because, I wasn't on that either. Cool. Like when we talked about the Christmas stuff.
You talking about the COVID shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Well, we say the cookie pack because we had a video get flagged and pulled down because we said that.
Oh, my bad.
You good. That's the magic of editing. That's why we got Gip and Crown Vic.
I thought about it, yeah.
But partly that was my fault.
But like, so, like, we've always been on that. But, like, and she laughs about it now, but I said, like, everything we're doing now, I said, it's flowing, it's going along. We done made this call, we done made that call, we done got this approval. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I saw the number, we got approval, like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dig that? Because together, Wonder Twin Power segment. Because, like, individually, it wasn't that, but together, collectively, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, we bougie over here.
Like, I was happy for you when you told
me the exactly. I'm like, and like I said, I showed my daughter yesterday, and she was looking like her eyes lit up. She was like, oh, wow. She was like, that's a lot. Like, what you going to do with all that? I was like, part of this, like, I want to come. Like, okay, well, tell your mama, like, come on.
Right.
But I said, stuff is happening. I said, but this is what you got to realize. I said, if we're going to be on the same page, I said, my ability, my greatness is the fact that I can see stuff, that I get a vision, that I pray about stuff, that the Lord will show me stuff, and I get that. I said, man, your greatest power is your ability to do shit. So when I say shit, you do shit. I said, if you follow along, I said, man, you see the way it's going.
See, as long as we stay on that page,
as long as we stay on that page, we good. I said, if you ever get on that where you questioning and you doubting, I said, you see, we wasted a whole year because you started questioning and doubting it. And I'm like, again, I'm not saying that I'm wrong or you wrong, but if we had started doing what we were doing right now, which is what we talked about, we would already be in that position.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, but when you start talking about your doubts and your feel like, okay. I said, but I told you if we move in fear, all of this stuff is gonna happen. And guess what? Every single thing happened.
But if I say this, it's gonna go into another rabbit hole, which I don't know if we got time to go into that. But do I want to do that?
They call it rabbit hole rag.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go at least 15.
I know where I'm at though. Like y'all forget where we turned off on the exit. I know we was going to Disney World.
But no, I was saying within that, like as far as that goes, like we got daughters. You got a daughter?
I don't.
Okay, you got okay. So me, Rag, and I know Vic got daughters. So if they were in this situation, if there wasn't any commitment as far as engagement or anything like that, she ain't got no right to listen to what you want to do or your vision.
Supposedly.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you haven't made a commitment to her, why she need to go with your vision, with your line? Because you haven't made a commitment to her to follow along with.
That's definitely gonna be another rabbit hole, right?
That's what I knew. That's what I knew.
But I would say this though, like people commit to other stuff without their commitment. You do everything else without their commitment.
That's just
Literally everything else in your life you do without their commitment.
Yeah.
The friends that you have, the people that you hang out with, the people that you kick it with and associate with, y'all ain't made no blood contract.
That make it right,
cut
though?
y'all self in the hand and shook hands and made it blood. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Like, don't make it a matter of convenience, because we actually had a conversation about this a couple of weeks ago where it was like the I told you so thing. And it was like, I feel some type of way because you said I told you so. And I said, hold up. I said, it's been conversations where I heard you talk with your other children where you told them something, they didn't do it. And I said, when it fell apart, I said, I've heard you tell them I told you so. I said, it's times where your mama told you, I told you so. It's times where you told your other siblings, I told you so. I said, you've heard me tell my brothers and even my parents tell me, I've told you so. I said, so now as it pertains to me and you, when I say, I told you so, don't get in your feelings and you've done it. You've heard it done to me. You've done it to other people, but because it's me and you, I'm supposed to make an exception. No, it don't work like that. You don't get to pick and choose when it's acceptable. And I said that to say, you commit to stuff when you ain't got no commitment over here. You commit to stuff over here, but then when it come to me, it's like, well, oh, you got to put, no. Well, what about over here? You committed to this.
Ain't that different, though?
No, it's not.
You don't think it's different?
No.
Gip, do you think it's different? I'm asking you to
honestly, I zoned out because I had a I told you so story or comment, but I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's nothing to do with what y'all talking about.
No, I mean, what? No, the point I was making is like you commit to jobs when they haven't given you a certain commitment.
No, I get what you're saying.
You commit to family or friends when they haven't given you certain. But because we're over here, you committed to coming to visit me every month. You committed to having my kids. You committed to us talking about moving in together and doing all that, but so now as long as it fits along this line, it's good. But when I get ready to say this, like, oh, I ain't got no, like, we doing everything else together.
I feel you on that one. That was
like we doing everything else together. So now because you don't have that, and that was not what the case was. The case is I'm not seeing. It's a question of tangibility and faith. I believe, but I'm not seeing nothing. So because I'm not seeing the results, I don't know how this is going to happen. I'm scared, and so I'm not going to move on it. But like I said, right now, everything we doing, we make a phone call. We calling these people. I said, man, look, don't worry about it. We going in the right direction. We get a phone call the next day. Oh, y'all got to prove what I tell you. I told you, right. Just go with me. I just need you to hop in the passenger seat and make sure we got the snacks. I know where we going. I got the gas money. I just need you to sit next to me with the GPS and the snacks, and we gonna be good. But if you keep questioning,
that's hard.
It is, but you gotta be willing.
To your credit, I get it. I get what you were saying with that. We done did all this stuff, so why now you trying to change it? But then also, all this other stuff was probably thinking like, well, we done did all this. I should have the commitment. Because we done did all this, and so now I can go to other the other direction with that because we didn't have the baby. We didn't
right.
We didn't,
so what I'm saying
committed
is,
to
but if I do that,
let me finish. We didn't came. You know what I'm saying? Committed to the visiting. We didn't have the babies together. Did all that stuff, right? So now it's like, okay, we done did all that. So now I'm just thinking maybe like a female. I done did all this. Now, okay, now he'll commit to me now. We done did all this now. So I'm not getting that. If I'm not getting that, why I need to follow the vision? Why I need to do this?
Okay, because in knowing me,
From
he know this, he know this, because y'all done known me the longest in the room, but even he know this. If I actually introduce you to my people, you know you're important. Mm-hmm. Now, I done dated a lot more women, but he done only met 2 chicks.
Is that true?
Yeah, I believe it.
He only met 2 chicks. He's only met 2. That's how they know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you well, one of them you kind of already knew, but you met the so you actually met my parents. Mm-hmm. Like if I introduce you to the people that I kick it with, you're on a different level. Mm-hmm. But now because I've done this before, and I can go down the list. I done had more long distance relationships than everybody in this room put together. And I ain't going to say their names on camera because I don't want to put nobody out here because I don't know who watched the podcast. But I would just say Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'll just say Atlanta, Georgia. I'll just say Jackson, Mississippi. I'll just say Los Angeles, California. I'll just say San Diego, California. I'll just say New York, New York. I will just say San Antonio, Texas. I will just say, like, I can keep going. Mm-hmm. I done bought rings before and had to take them back. Canada. Because I got the ring and then you don't come, I'm not finna do that. So I need to, so it's a certain level of, I need to see your commitment. And even in this last situation, I had a ring that I took back and the people at Zales was looking at me like goofy, like, oh, you not, so you changed your mind, what happened? Y'all postponed it? And I told her that. Like I had the ring, but I wasn't finna do this and then we still end up in the same situation we in. If I'm going to put myself out there, like, I need a level of that. So now you done met my inner circle. You done met JB. You and EJ came to the crib. Yeah. Him and Ty came over to the crib. She cooked.
Man, that was so good.
While we played, that's what I'm saying.
I was thinking about that when you mentioned it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My boy Stefan and my cousin there, like, they came over, she cooked. You just sat in the living room with Roche and Teresa.
We need for her to
Yeah, and no, and what I'm saying is, so like to that point, you know that you're on another level because even the one that you helped me move, like she didn't even get that far. No, she didn't even sit down with Roche and Teresa. Yeah. So I'm just saying, so like I did that part, but I need you to do the other. But now the difference is, and like I told you, she even said, I'm in a position now, and she said, I was praying about it. The Lord revealed to me that I couldn't see what was going on. Okay, I'm glad you recognize that. So now we can go forward. Mm-hmm.
When she moved up for you,
that's already done. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's probably not. It's not even gonna be no ceremony. Like we're gonna have Pastor Moss in the crib. It's gonna be done. It's gonna be a housewarming 90s theme party.
So you say you already did it?
Here.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
nothing.
You left out some details the other day.
That's why I was talking to you about the 90s, but that's what I was saying. There's going to be a 90s theme party. You wear your bucket hat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You don't got to prove nothing else when she come. I'm with you.
No, I'm not. That's it.
Rabbit hoop.
That's it.
Moving here should be enough.
That's it. But when I tell you, like the one that's older than the twins, I be on the phone like, is that my stepdaddy?
Dang. Yeah.
Like, and I'm out, and I'd be with it. I'd be like, oh, G, Bree, like, what he do? Like, we on it. Yeah. Like even the oldest kids, like, kind of talk to me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we respect who you are. Like, I'm in there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So like that part of it, I don't have a problem with. And I get what you're saying because too many times, especially in our community, we expect our women to do certain things, and
because I'm looking at it from, I got a daughter now, so
right.
If some random dude, well, not a random dude, let's say she with a dude, and he has a plan, so to speak, within that, and he wants her to move within that plan, as a father, I'm gonna be looking like, well, what right do you have for her to follow your plan, and what connection do you have with my daughter that I would be like, okay, just do what he say. You know what I'm saying? And if there's no commitment there, as a dad, I'm gonna be like, well, you ain't gotta do what a nigga tell you to do, because I don't see a tangible commitment.
To that point,
What?
that's why I tell my wife now, like, I don't see why did you stick with me all these years without that commitment?
She saw the vision.
Yeah, but that took a long ass time.
Yeah.
What is that? What's the movie Will Smith was in, The Pursuit of Happiness? You remember right before he got the job, and they was asking him about the way he was dressed, about his shirt,
Yeah.
and they was like, "What would you say to a man
He
who
had
walked
paint on
in
his
with a
shirt
shirt
or
like
something
that?"
like that? Yeah.
And he said, "He better have on a hell of a pair of pants." and that was enough. Like, I don't have to see, because sometimes the vision, like, think about it, like the church we grew up in, where they was at before that, he had a vision. And the people who ran with that, I got to be able to see your vision. He didn't have nothing tangible. He had a vision. So now either you're on board with the vision or not.
I agree. But
And,
then,
and that's all I'm saying. Like,
they
again,
you can't be mad at the person that don't, though.
Yes, you can. No, because again, what happens is when people miss out, then they be like, "Oh, I was your boy, but you was on the front, you was on the ground floor."
Yeah.
What did Jesus say? He said, "Blessed is the man who believes and has not seen." Thomas, who was with him, was like, "Okay, I recognize you. I see your locks. I see your beard. I see your robe. But if it's really you, let me touch your wounds where you got stabbed in the side and pierced in the hand." And he said, "Okay, fine. Here you go. I'm going to give you something." Yeah. And when he saw it, he was satisfied. But he said, "You know what? The person who believes me and didn't have to do all that is more blessed than you." Even though you already knew. The person who can believe in me, who don't have to touch my side, who don't have to feel the wounds on my wrist, that person is more blessed than you, because that's what faith really is. Faith really is, I don't necessarily have to have everything in my hand. Think about your kids. When you tell your kids, "I'm going to take you somewhere," they don't have no evidence that you're going to take them somewhere. They believe you because you daddy. They believe you because you JB.
Yeah.
And so when it happens... But when you tell Alden something, he believe it, and that's what it is. And so when you have somebody, and it's like, okay, when I give you, I make it plain. I need you to believe it because it's me and you talking, not because I can sit up and tell you, okay, we gonna call JB, and JB said he gonna loan us $100K, and Gip said he gonna give us $350, and Vic down for $150, and that's how we gonna get all our no. I don't know how the points A and B gonna connect to get to Z, but I know if we go this way, we gonna get to Z.
I agree with that.
And that's all I'm saying.
Only thing I want to say to that is, it's just like, if, now people can be bitter and be like, okay, oh yeah, I didn't go. It was just, I think we had Fro on the show. And when he got his first divorce, he was talking about how his wife knew, she saw what he was preaching, the vision about him being the gospel rapper, doing all that, but she was like,
she was more concerned with what her friends thought.
But then also at the end, she was like, I get it, but I'm good. I don't want to go on this trail with you. You know what I'm saying? And so,
but part of that, he said that, like, her friends was telling her, "I saw your husband in Walmart parking lot selling CDs."
Right.
And you were more concerned with the image.
Yeah.
Of like, but he coming home with the money, but you tripping because he in Walmart parking lot selling CDs.
He embarrassing you.
Right. It's like, I'm educated, I went to college, but you're shaming me because I go to work and do this, and here you are. Whereas opposed to, like what you said, when I was hustling.
I don't knock her for that, though.
But when he was hustling, she didn't have a problem.
But I'm saying she not bitter about it. But
even after that.
If you hustling, then your nigga tell you, all right, I'm finna do gospel rap now.
But he bring home the money the same way.
She got money.
She saw where he was going, but she was like, I'm good. And so what he said, they're not at odds or anything. It was just like, this was just not for us. And so
she didn't see the vision.
If your situation, if your wife was so to speak, was like, okay, I see where you're going, but it's taking you too long to get there, so I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You couldn't be mad at her. You know what I'm saying? So to speak, you could, but you would be a hater. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, you couldn't. If somebody don't want to commit, like, somebody can see your vision, but be like, just like Pastor Holloway, somebody can see his vision, but be like, I'm good. I'm not. Now, if you want to go off and not follow the vision, then go talk about him behind his back, that's different. You a bitter. You a hater too. But it'd be like, okay, I don't want to go to this church, but I'm going to go here. Not saying I ain't gonna knock your vision, but I ain't with that right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Like, people can be bitter, not following the vision, but that don't make them no less, not following faith. They're just saying, like, I don't like where you're going, or I see where you're going, but I don't want to do that.
I mean, like, and I've said this before, but like, and this is why even like when the Cougar,
I knew we were going down that rabbit hole. I told you, we 20 minutes talking about it.
I mean, I'm just saying, but this is why I am where I am. Like, when I was born, they told my parents I wouldn't survive without a major heart operation. My dad said, my wife and my son have been in the hospital for 2 weeks, 14 days. I'm ready for my family to go home. I'm a man of God. I believe that God is going to heal my son. Thank you for your medical expertise, but God is going to heal my son. He's not going to have a medical operation. Y'all ain't going to have to cut him open. Thank you, but I'm good. My mom believed in the vision. Took me back home. Now, another 14 days. He did not eat or drink anything for 14 days. And that's why when we be talking about fast and people talk about, it's only one type of fast. Yeah. All that other type of shit is bullshit. Study the scripture.
Folks are married though.
Study the scripture.
Yeah, I knew you were going.
But
I knew you would go that way.
Again, the vision.
A vision. But they were married though.
But even before that, even before she married him, she said what made her even go there because she saw who he was even before she said that. Because they wasn't together in high school. They didn't date for no long time like y'all did. They was both with 2 other people. He was with my brother's mom, and she was with another dude before they got together. She said what made her fall for him was she saw who he was. A year later, they was married.
I don't know what my wife saw in me.
I'm just saying, but shit, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't no long courtship. He went from his high school sweetheart, who he had a kid with. She went from a dude that she had been with for 2 or 3 years, and a year later they married because she saw the vision. So even in that moment, because I trust and I see who you was, I'm with you.
But if she didn't, would she be wrong though?
I don't know. That's neither near nor there because it's
some
other. No, but it's some other times where she wasn't, and in hindsight, she said that after some stuff happened. She said, I didn't see that. I apologize because I should have been with you. We've talked about this on here before. But the long and the short of it is we get back to the hospital a couple weeks later. They do their tests and stuff. They like, where did you take him at? I ain't take him nowhere. I told you God was going to heal my son. I'm still here to this day. I shared this back in 2017 when I was in the hospital. They said they was going to have to remove some of my intestines because I couldn't digest my food. We in the hospital. Me, my dad, and Broderick. We in there. And the doctors run. They test me twice. Yeah, we're going to have to operate. My dad said, all right, let's get it. We prayed. Man, you ain't going to have nothing happen. They take me back, put me through the MRI, CAT scan, and all of that. 2 times, we're definitely going to have to operate. That 3rd time, it's like, we don't know what happened. Your intestines open up, so if everything look good in the morning, you can go home.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on.
I get you.
So what I'm saying, that's how I live my life.
We in the rabbit
Point
hole.
Blank, period. When I got the job at the post office.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying.
We got to shut down in a minute.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It sound good, but what are we talking about? Are we really talking about this faith? Because again, we pick and choose when the faith is real.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So
go ahead.
So this is completely off topic. It is sports related, Memphis wise.
Go ahead, man.
I just want to say I told y'all so to all the folks that were hating on Jaren Jackson Jr. I told y'all to wait till he got back healthy. He was gonna do his thing. Defensive Player of the Year, play with it.
Yeah. I'm a Jaren.
No, because you wanted to get rid of Jaren Jackson.
No, I want to get rid of Dylan.
A few years ago, you was like, we need to trade.
A few years ago, yes.
And I was saying,
yes,
he was 19.
Exactly,
you
bro.
have to let the souffle cook in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hype they gave him.
Yeah. It was.
He was the 4th pick.
That's what they do. But you don't know his body ain't developed yet.
He was in
Hold up.
business.
Now, how long you know me?
Car dealership.
Right, but what I'm saying is, how long you know me?
So,
but is my body the same size right now as it was when I was 22? Exactly. I had to grow into my body. When me and you took that picture when we was playing on Team Heat, and the Torian commented, I look like Ahmed Johnson. I didn't look like that at 22. My body had to develop. You got to let stuff got to cook.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, he got drafted
I
at
like
18,
Jared,
19, and he wasn't a superstar. But it's like, y'all got to let the boy develop.
I was reasonable with him. I said this past year was his prove-it year. I said he had
last
to come.
year was for me.
Last year was, okay.
'Cause I honestly felt like he should have won Defensive Player of the Year last year over
You know what I'm
Marcus
saying?
Smart.
To me, last year,
Yeah,
I was
he
like,
was
I
up
knew
there.
I
it.
said that
Give him
outside.
He
time.
was up there.
I said
Let
that
the boy
outside
cook.
before we even got in the house. I was like, hey,
He was up there.
he should be reigning Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. He was up
But
there.
if you lead the league as a big man and steal, they call it stocks now,
Mm-hmm.
steals and blocks per game, twice in a row. I don't give a crap. Marcus Smart, dude be
Marcus
flopping all the
Smart.
time. I don't agree with the defense.
No, I mean,
he's a great
Marcus Smart is
defensive player.
good, but they rate him. I'm not gonna say he's overrated. I just think I say overestimated.
I mean,
Like, cause sometimes they make it like, oh, he's just. And I remember watching him. Was his Oklahoma State? He played it. Like, I remember when he was in college, like every week. You see a Marcus Smart clip every week.
I don't know.
Like when he got into it with the fan.
He was on the back of that.
Right? No, like, remember he got the fan, he had an issue with the fan. Like,
he
every week you seen a Marcus Smart clip. He was averaging over 20.
Yeah, he was hooping at Oklahoma.
You know what I'm
State.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like, but he getting the NBA. It's like, where is that Marcus Smart?
That's not his role.
Exactly. But he ain't never been that before Tatum and Brown got there.
Yeah, I hate to cut this short, man. Like I knew where we were going. Once I tapped into that hole, I like let me tap it a little bit. Let me see, you know.
I mean, you know what? Like I said, we don't have a crew.
Sure.
We're gonna have to have you back.
We get a crew. Like, I mean, like look at all the big ones, man. This is what the people want.
This would be a good conversation to have a female in here.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
know what
saying.
I'm
Like, but this is what the people want.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to have you
Because
back.
Vic
bro.
don't have
Definitely
no
back.
assistants.
We're gonna have to
You
have
don't
you
either.
back, you know what I'm saying, for you to talk. You know, it's more to your story and it's also more to the sports talk, I think, that I hear in your voice.
Yeah, buddy.
That we may have some problem. We may need to talk about it. We may need to flesh that out on here.
Yeah.
But we ain't got the
And
time
in
right
season
now.
4, we're gonna have to get another mic because Crown like to chime in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
So what I'm
surprised-
just saying,
I'm
we
surprised you don't have
need
one.
another mic. So when he says it,
we gonna get another
we don't necessarily have to have another camera
we're-
because he's camera shy.
Yeah. We've talked a little bit about
You know what I'm
season
saying?
4.
But we need to have his comments in.
Yeah.
And then check this
We gonna
out.
have another mic.
We need to so like how when the camera's on us, like we need to make like an avatar or something of him, like not a real picture, but like have a little frog or something.
Right, right.
And it's like so every time Vic pop it, like the camera be on the little avatar. We can get like a Muppet,
cover his face up a little
right?
bit.
Yeah, or like a little Muppet.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We get a Muppet.
I think he would like that too.
Right.
I think he would like that. I think he would like
Grover
that. Yeah.
or Gonzo.
Boy said Grover.
You know what I'm saying? Every time it'd be like Crown 901, it'd be like Gonzo or Elmo. You know what I'm saying? You said who? Yeah,
Little
we
penny.
get the little penny dog.
the penny
Exactly. We can
dog.
have the Chris Rock little penny dog.
That would be nice.
And every time Crown Vic pop up, and it'll have like the little.
Yeah.
It'd just be the picture of the Crown. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like him talking.
We gonna
Big L look like me.
He does look like
dang,
Big L.
I didn't think about
He
that.
does look like
Dang,
Big L.
do slick look.
He
That's crazy.
looks
I ain't
exactly
never thought about that.
like Big
I ain't even
L.
thought about that. But bro, we gonna have to have you back. You know what I'm saying? You sparked a lot of what's going on with this. You know what I'm saying? It's on me. I did say a certain time, but I punched that rabbit hole a little bit.
I mean, we right. We close to there.
No, we ain't.
It's
We
9:35,
about
9:37.
6 minutes over to what we're doing. Yeah, at the dope now.
I mean, I'm saying, but that's good. Because normally we don't even be that close.
Y'all, until next time, continue with that executive mindset.
And most definitely keep it presidential.
Salute.
Arrivederci. Bow.